Hi, this is Jana from Mom Sorge with another General Hospital update for the week of September 26th through September 30th, 2016. Okay, there's a lot going on. A couple of plots are concluding or getting to a point. For example, GH Hospital killers coming to an end. And there's There's a plot hole here, people. I'll get to that in a minute. Okay. Sabrina's dead. Oh, it was horrible. It was really horrible. And the funeral was just really sad. So afterward, Paul is sitting there looking at the picture of Sabrina and is like, I'm sorry, I killed you. Tracy hears him and thinks he's just feeling guilty for not catching the killer. Not that, he actually did the killing. So she goes home, talks to Dylan, and decides that maybe he needs to see Susan because he hasn't seen her in a while and they're very close. So they decide to go looking for Susan. Dylan calls the store, Sookie's, that belonged to Susan, and it turns out she no longer owns it. Well, he leaves a message. They call back. Tracy answers because he's out of the room. Susan no longer owns it. It's been bought by someone else. Susan has a new address also. Turns out that she was committed. So Tracy decides to take a little drive and go see her. She gets there and she sees Paul visiting with a mute Susan. She doesn't talk at all. Paul catches Tracy there and and he decides that he needs to kill her. She tries stalling by talking, which of course is what Tracy does best. So he unburdens himself finally. He tells her all the details. When Susan was young, she got in with the wrong crowd. She ended up on drugs and drinking. And the person, Owen Ellis, one of the patients, was her dealer. That's why he was on the hit list. Well, Sandra Jenkins. Sandra was in charge of a halfway house that Susan was in. But Susan broke the rules by sneaking drugs and alcohol. So she was expelled. So that's why Sandra had to die. Because that led to even a worse decision on Susan's part. She got involved with Mark Sloan, who we all know is abusive and violent, and as if we needed any more proof, he raped her, which is why he was the first one to be killed off when Paul came into town, although we didn't know why at the time. So, let's see. Dr. Mays, I'm surprised he actually something didn't happen to him way sooner because he keeps misdiagnosing people and things. I don't know. Anyhow, Dr. Mays was in the ER when Susan came in after being attacked by Sloan. And he's the one that took the sexual assault kit. And I don't know what he did to it, but whatever he did to it made it no good. It wasn't admissible. Something got screwed up in the test because of him. So that's why Dr. Mays had to go. Let's see. Julie Prescott, the third patient. She was the sole witness to what happened, and she refused to testify. That was why she had to go. Monica, Susan, Paul was going through Susan's stuff and found a letter from Monica on General Hospital letterhead saying that they were sorry, but because the rape kit had been damaged and compromised, they would not be able to help the Port Charles Police Department in their investigation about what happened. So, that was why Monica was on the hit list. Here's the plot hole, though, okay? Now, I get Liz, Elizabeth, and Sabrina, collateral damage, yes, because wrong place, wrong time. Lucas, same thing. He walked in to the room where the killer was there, over Bobby. So, again, wrong place, wrong time. But here's the plot hole. Why was he targeting Bobby? They never said. He never said. There's only one thing I can think of, is that maybe she was on duty, and maybe once people started getting killed off, maybe she would have recognized the pattern that might have linked it to him somehow. That is the only thing I can think of. If anyone else can come up with an alternate for why Bobby was on his hit list, please leave a comment. I would love to hear it. And I promise to share it in another video too. Anyhow, so that is why that is why the people who were killed, and the people who were not, well, that's why they ended up collateral damage. And Paul is truly delusional because he thinks that killing all these people and closing down the hospital will make Susan feel safe, and that maybe once she feels safe, she'll come out of that corner of her mind where she's hidden herself off in and come back to, join the rest of us. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Feel bad for him, well, because of his daughter, but, not for killing all those people. But still, so anyhow, he's got Tracy, he's threatening to kill her, but guess what? Anna's back in town, and that's always a good thing. So she goes to Paul's. Housekeeping was there. She went in, said, I'm going to leave a note, and they said, okay, because everyone knows her. She found paper, but when she found the paper, she found the cufflinks. She'd seen a picture of the links, so she knew what they were. She called Jordan, and they started putting things together because Anna knew he killed Sloane because of Susan. But, so we knew he was capable of doing at least that. Well, Anna gets a hold of Dylan, and they get in touch with the person at the store who gives them the same information that they gave Tracy. So Anna and Dylan find Paul and Tracy just in time because he's about to inject her with Duracell. So they get in there just in time, and so happy. So, okay, Julian is not a free man for more than an hour before he's already threatening Sonny in public. Really, Julian? Whatever. So, Sam goes and begs Julian to leave town because she doesn't want any more blood to run because of a war. Because Sonny will not let this go. Meanwhile, Jason has gone to Sonny and has tried arguing the same thing with Sonny to please stop, don't do this, or let me double check and make sure that this is done the right way. And he's like, no, you don't want to be involved. I understand that because of your family. So I've got it in hand. I've got it. Okay, so Hayden wants Liz to pay for her hospital bill. legal bills. Since Elizabeth is the one who turned her in, she figured Elizabeth owes her for that. Elizabeth is like, I'm a nurse, I'm a single mom of 3. Really? Where do you think I'm gonna get that kind of money? Franco's like, oh, I'll get it. But Heather is like, sorry, I got no more money to give you, and because, well, you told the secret, and so she won't pay me anymore. So, and Heather is convinced that Franco was the General Hospital killer. She was actually kind of disappointed when he told her he wasn't. Okay, Morgan buys a paper online, submits it, tries to have Spinelli retrieve it before it hits the plagiarism program that it goes through. Doesn't work. It's already gone through. Morgan gets a call from the dean. He's been expelled. Nathan is indeed the father of Claudette's daughter, and it turns out that the big bad is Valentine Cassadine. Of course. Cassadines are like bad pennies. They always turn back up. And like Alexis once said, they don't die or just go off. They rise from the ashes and like a phoenix and plot revenge. Anyhow, that is what's happened this past week on General Hospital. I hope I've answered your questions. If you have any questions I did not answer, please leave a message below or contact me at one of my contacts below. And I will see you next time with another update. Bye!